All right, this is the 7th of July, and it's a Friday. So, very cool. After doing what the past two times I've done right side first, now I'm doing left side first. Hey, because it is an odd number day. So, getting started right away. Forward fold to get some space between the vertebrae. That feels fine. Low back feels like it could use a little stretch. There we go. Yeah, it actually feels different looking the other way. Wow, because it's apparently been a while. All right, so first cool sequence is the awesome sequence to upward facing dog. We start with downward facing dog. Just a little bit. Feel the calf muscles. Feel the back of the knees. Because on me, those are tight. Hey, relatively speaking. Forward on the toes. Feel stretch on the toes. Forward on the wrists. Feels here's some snaps and cracks on the wrists. Pops on the knees. Palms to the earth. Fingers to feet. And yeah, that looks funny. All right, what am I about to do? Bend the elbows, rib cage to the elbows, posterior flex on the spine, and levitate. I just don't do that very much today. A lot of sensation in the head for some reason. Extra sensation as compared to normal. Perhaps I didn't go to bed early enough, or I woke up too early this morning. Or got out of bed too early this morning. And that low back is providing a significant amount of sensation. And the timer's going off. It feels like I just got into the max stretch. It was really good. It took a moment for that low back to get to the point where we'd get to max stretch, but in any case, that feels really, really good. All right, next up, we shall do back bend. Started with fish pose. Relax, chill out, recuperate a little bit. Crown of the head to the earth. Arch the spine. Lift the legs and the hands. There you go. Fish pose. Swallow some saliva. Lots of effort. It's deceptively surprising amount of effort. Ah. And it's weird because it doesn't seem to like hit one muscle. Like it's not one weak muscle. It's not a large muscle. It's just it seems like it hits a lot of muscle. And that large mass of muscle just is not very strong. Or doesn't have much, or doesn't have the endurance to hold that up for very long. So yeah, fishbow is pretty cool. Or been doing too many abs on other stuff, right? Another 90 seconds or so. Surprisingly, I seem to be able to hold this. The left wrist is saying that's enough. Yeah, my shoulders give out a little sooner. So I did do some different shoulder exercises last night. Maybe that has something to do with it. Look at that. The timer all the way down. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and do some half pigeons. Shoulders go that way, hips go that way, around that way. Huh. You can feel that stretch in the quad. I'm not sure what I've been doing to tighten the quad recently, though. And the other side. Gently. Allow for as much recovery as is needed in order to move and get around to the other side. This quad doesn't feel nearly as tight for some reason. I have nearly as much sensation on the quad as I did on the other side. Fascinating. is that. All right. Back to forward fold to get the back reset. And then after we get the back set, we'll do a down dog. So after all of the posterior flexing, right, that muscle has gotten tight. So we'll stretch that out a little bit. But as soon as you can hit your max on that, right, as soon as you can relax all the body, right, just relax the upper back, right, whatever's hanging out from the pelvis, just let it dangle. Felt a little pop right there. All right, because then after you get all this to relax, right, next thing you want to do is get this to relax, including the calves, right? So in order to get some more sensation, fold this forward and then try and keep my legs straight. I can really feel it on the back of the knee, right? Because since I'm leaning forward, right? This, yeah, leg straight, easy, no problem. But then as I start to bring this forward, right, then the calves start to stretch more. All right, so that's that. Next up, triangle. Get those hamstrings in shape. Before I start doing some more monkey pose, right? I want to get some progress. I want the right hamstring to heel. And then this stretch right here can really hit the hamstring. Amazingly enough. At least it does on me. So this actually should help with the monkey pose. Right? Because there's a lot more, yeah. I took monkey pose a little too far a few weeks ago. Hurt the right hamstring. Because when you get down onto the floor, right, you want to get the pelvis out of the floor. So I took that a little too far. Whereas when you're in a triangle, it's easier to kind of hold back and not go too far. right arm's starting to get tingles from falling asleep. My right hand, actually. Fingers. I'm feeling the pointer and the middle fingers. A little bit in the pinky, a little bit in the palm, tip of the thumb. And slowly get out. Feel blood flowing back into the thigh. All right, and the other side. The hamstring is definitely getting better. That's cool, but there's still a hint of tenderness in it. Get that backhand. I can't see that, not quite, but yeah, get that left hand around back. Gently, as much as the hamstring will allow. Start to bring this up. Yeah, I feel a lot of potential for growth in this pose because just that this apparently somehow right. I'm actually got a lot of posterior flex, especially on the low back. So let the hand through, and then also just on the pelvis. I'm twisting the pelvis kind of backwards, and with the right leg straight, and then trying to rotate the pelvis back, and then folding forward. All those three combine to a lot of sensation on the right hamstring, and not just one part of the hamstring, but also multiple parts of the hamstring. So cool stuff. Plus, it feels like there's a I've got a right now it feels like a hard limit on my soft tissue, right? So either the muscle or ligaments or whatever, right? There's just like a limit where it's like, hey, yeah, we can't stretch anymore. But it's one of those limits where, like, when you feel that, right, you can tell, right? It's a hard limit, right? I don't want to stretch anymore. But you keep stretching it day after day, it will start to open up. Now you find that max, and then that will grow. It's not a nerve stretch, right? It doesn't feel like the nerves are too short. It's more muscle or ligaments or something. We are almost done. There we go. The left hand did not fall asleep as much as the right hand did. All right, clear that up, and we got a little bit of time today, so let's do awesome stretch. Because that did a number for me last time I did it. All right, there we go. And we're starting with the left side today because that's what today is. Getting my parts in the right spot. I used to not feel much of a stretch here. I mean, it felt good, but it wasn't much of a stretch. But now I'm starting to feel a little bit of stretch on the right shoulder because my right shoulder's been tightening up a little bit. And then last time I did this, even though I was on the left side, I could feel my right hamstring a little bit. So that's good. That means right hamstring is better. It's taken it about 3 weeks to heal up. I'm not going to say it's 100% yet, right? Because it's still, I can still feel a little tenderness, a little hint of tenderness. It took about 3 weeks this time. And that's it for that side. Yeah, my right shoulder doesn't usually feel that much of a stretch. Of course, I haven't been doing the stretch much recently because of the hamstring tenderness. But that's cool. Yeah, now I can feel that hamstring. So this is an interesting stretch, especially when your hamstrings are open enough where you can really start to get into it. Because um, once the hamstrings get that open, a lot of the stretch is from the earth pushing into the muscle, not from the muscle itself getting stretched. And for some reason, my back always seems to find the right side to be easier to get into than the left side, the low back, that is. I gotta say, I'm not feeling as much stretch on the left shoulder as I was feeling on the right shoulder, which is really interesting. Or perhaps it's just I'm used to feeling more of a stretch on the left shoulder and not so much on the right. So I noticed the right shoulder stretching more than normal. There's this on the left shoulder. This is feels about average. And that is that. Slowly. Wide splits. That probably hit the big toes. Yeah, there we go. Left shoulder twist. Or actually, left shoulder stretch with the right shoulder twist. And the other side. Went about 15 seconds over. Okay. And for whatever reason, feels like there's more mass on the shoulder. Feels like there's more in the way. I'm feeling heavier, but it feels like there's more stuff there. I worked out my shoulders last night. It was cool. It was awesome. Maybe they grew a little bit. Aha. All right. There we go. Some bonus time. And all right, we are done. Time for some handstand practice. To the wall we go. Watch out for those legs, right? part of the process, right? You gotta learn how to balance, you gotta learn some time. Hopefully, eventually, my feet will start coming away from the wall. But they're clearly not ready for that yet. And, oh. That's a lot of stimulation. All right. If you watch, you totally rock. Hey, leave a comment, but let me know you watched. Awesome. It is the end of the practice, so take care and have fun.